Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. My name is VirtualNunchucks. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Hope this video finds you well on this Monday. Today what I have for you is some gaming news updates. We're going to talk about GameStop news. We're going to talk about the PS Plus February lineup. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about Cal Kestis, and we're going to talk about any number of things. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And all of these news stories that we talk about are shared on my Twitter account. If you're not following me over there, you should. At VNunchucks, you can see these stories plus a whole lot more that I'm going to cover, or that I don't cover on this channel, over on my Twitter account. So take a look over there. You might find something you like. And sometimes I don't even post. I post non-game related stuff, just cool stuff that I find that is really, really neat, and I think it should be out there for people to see. All right. So if you're new around here, I do news reports like this one. I do gameplay. We've been recently doing Batman Enemy Within. Speaking of which, that next episode will be on the channel, or the finish of episode 3 will be on the channel tomorrow. I do reviews, opinion pieces. And of course, I do talk about accessibility options for disabled gamers, because I am one. So it is a passion project of mine. So if gaming interests you at all, consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you don't miss any content, because Monday through Friday is, we just do it all the time. Anyway, guys, let's talk about some game news. If you are a PS Plus member and you have not downloaded or at least added to your library your January PS Plus titles of Greedfall and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, as well as your PS5 option, which this month I think was Maneater. If you have not done so, you need to do so today, because it will be the last day to do it. Tomorrow we get new titles, which are Destruction All-Stars for PS5, and we get Concrete Genie and Control Ultimate Edition for PS4, and of course through backwards compatibility, if you have a PS5, you can play all of those games available starting tomorrow. A lot of other channels, including my friend Next Level Taken, have covered those in depth in another video, and he beat me to it, and that's okay. I'm good with that. He has trailers and the whole thing. So if you want to download those games or add those games to your library that are still available for today, you need to do so. And then, of course, tomorrow we get those new games for the month of February. So don't forget. All right. So there's that. Secondly, I want to welcome Xbox Series X and Xbox One and Xbox Series S players to the game that is MLB The Show 21. Starting on April 5th, you'll get the first taste of what us Sony players have been playing for a very long time. Usually it's a very, very good game. MLB The Show is all your licensed teams, all your favorite teams, officially licensed, stadiums and all, available to you to play. And the last non-PlayStation baseball game that I played was, I think, RBI Baseball back in the day, or something like that. I don't even remember. It was an atrocious game, and I didn't care for it. So this is exciting that everybody gets to play the fairly decent game that is available starting on April the 5th. Speaking of which, MLB The Show's 21 cover athlete is Fernando Tatis. So there is that. If you're a Fernando Tatis fan, he's on the cover this year. If you're not familiar with MLB The Show 21, it's basically just like everything else. Has a franchise mode, has different mini modes like home run derby and things like that. But their claim to fame and their most played mode is the MLB The Show's Road to the Show mode, which is an option where you can pick any position on the field you wish to play, and basically build your own career. They start you out at a season, and then you just progress your player, and in 2020 they allowed you to actually have perks for making friends on the team. So like your stats would be boosted a little bit, +4 to power or something like that, or different attributes would be boosted if you were friends with your teammates, and you hung out with your teammates from time to time, or did different challenges for your teammates. And it was kind of cool to add that particular feature to the game. It helps you be a little more immersed in the game, helps you to have more care, I guess, what happens with your friendships on the team, stuff like that. So it was kind of cool. The gameplay itself is always amazing, and always, well, I can't say always amazing, but it's definitely very, very good. They always try to up themselves every year, outdo themselves with animations, with different things like personalized umpires. When I say personalized, they're more apt to make mistakes, more like their real-life counterparts. It's just a cool game, and I hope that you guys, if you've never played one, you get a chance to do that on April the 5th. Boy, that was the biggest, longest commercial for MLB The Show I think I've ever done, and I don't even get sponsored by anybody. So, hey, if you heard it, come my way. Anyway, it is what it is. It is one of my favorite sports games, because they don't seem to have the annualized problems that Madden and other games seem to have. So it is pretty cool. All right, anyway, if you are a GameStop shareholder, you might want to cash in your shares. Just saying, because right now the shares are ridiculously high, and I'm going to stay out of the politics of that. I'm just going to tell you what it is. The GameStop shares, if you have not heard, are ridiculously high right now. They're surging rather high. So much so that a 10-year-old just a few days ago cashed in his shares that he was given as a gift back in 2018. I think he was 8 years old at the time. He cashed in his shares, and he went from about $65 worth of shares to about $3,200 worth of shares. He wanted, at the time of his gifting of these shares, he wanted an Xbox One. And instead of getting that, he got some shares from his grandparents, which kind of cool. You always hang on to your shares of companies that you're gifted. I know that I would if I was ever gifted any, at least that young, because you never know what's going to happen later on down the line. Well, turns out 2 years later, he could not only buy an Xbox One if he wanted, but he could also buy an Xbox Series X and have quite a bit of money to play with if he wanted to. So that's pretty cool. On the flip side of that, though, there was a gentleman, I will tell you, that decided to risk his parents' mortgage. Hold that thought. Okay, sorry about that, guys. My phone rang, and I've been waiting for a very important phone call, so I thought maybe I should answer it. Turned out to be a telemarketer. Love those guys. Anyway, well, it is a crazy day today. Anyhow, so yeah, there was this dude that not only bought shares, but he used his parents' second mortgage. Basically, he mortgaged his parents' house again to buy into GameStop. I wouldn't recommend doing that. So if you have some shares already, just cash them out, make some money. But don't risk your parents' mortgage on GameStop shares. His quote was, "You only live once, right? So why not?" But if I was his mom and dad, I would want to kill him. But the reason being is because eventually this skyrocketing price of GameStop shares will stop, and it will get back down to normal levels. So please just don't do that. And again, I'm trying to stay away from my personal opinion on that, but but just don't do that. Don't mortgage your parents' house and buy GameStop shares. Just don't do that. Okay, so let's go on to the next story. So apparently, if you are a Cal Kestis fan, and if you don't know who Cal Kestis is, if you played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Xbox One or PS4, I did. I played it on the channel. I reviewed it on the channel. And if you are a fan of his lightsaber, and you really like his original lightsaber, the one at the beginning of the game, that was given to him by his master, then you will love this next story, because according to some Walt Disney World insiders, which I used to work for them, so I guess I'm one of those people, but it is what it is. According to all the information that I have, they're going to start allowing you to build Cal Kestis' lightsaber, or at least purchase it at Doc Ondor's at Hollywood Studios in Orlando, starting in fall of 2021. not only can you buy that particular one, they're going to try to release things like Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber, Darth Maul's lightsaber, which I think they already have, but even Lord Kovacs's lightsaber from Vader Immortal, which if you don't know what that is, or at least that lightsaber, it's the lightsaber that you end up towards the end of the game, the second episode and into the third episode of Vader Immortal on VR. You'll be able to buy that coming soon, so that's pretty cool. I know that I personally and my son personally, big Star Wars fan. We're big geeks in general, but that's one of the things he wants to do when we finally make our trip to Disney World is build lightsabers, and he'll probably be a little over the moon for that one too. So we'll have to see how that works out. But starting in fall of 2021, you can get Cal Kestis' lightsaber at Doc Ondar's in Orlando. So keep that in mind. The default color will be blue, just like it is in the game. However, you can purchase extra crystals at different locations to change the color if you wish to do that. You always can. So if you want to go green or blue, whatever it was you chose at the end of the game for your new lightsaber, you can do that as well. Just keep that in mind. Don't have any pricing information as of right now, and you probably won't until they actually release them. But pretty cool. So, yay! EA Star Wars and video games are now in real life in a way, and that's kind of cool. All right, so there's a news story out, or a patent out by Sony and by PlayStation that will allow VR users to do their share play and allow the people that are using the share play option or the audience that's using the share play option to participate in certain VR events, which is kind of cool. They can do kind of like crowd play like you do on the Telltale games, where you can help make choices for the game and stuff like that. But in this case, they'll be able to hand things like a soup ladle to the person, or affect the gameplay in some way. And it looks pretty cool. It's just a patent, and again, I shared all this information on my Twitter account as well, at VNunchucks. Again, if you're not following me there, you should. But, it'd be pretty cool if you can actually affect how a person's playing VR and kind of make it a party game for your channels if you're a creator, or if you just want to have some fun with your friends and family when you hang out. The idea is to be able to use your phones and your tablets and things like that to be able to affect the game or the experience that the VR user is having. And they're looking into putting that into effect. I guess if they can get the technology working out correctly, I guess they'll kind of start pushing that towards PS5 maybe. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, so I thought you guys should know about that. One other story I wanted to cover for you guys really quickly, and I came across it and I thought it was really cool. And again, I've shared all of this information on my Twitter account at VNunchucks. You can obviously follow me over there, but I share all kinds of stuff over there all the time that I think you guys should know. If you are a Marvel's Avengers fan, which by the way, I reviewed this game, and I reviewed the latest DLC drop as well. It's on the channel. I gave it a 7.5 or a 7 out of 10 when I reviewed it. But if you are a Marvel's Avengers fan and you cannot wait to play it on next-gen consoles, we actually have a next-gen release date. According to this information, they will be announcing the next-gen release date very soon. That is a bogus story, or at least a very disappointing story. The game is still playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X, as well as PS5 through backwards compatibility, but as of right now, the release date is around the corner. It's supposed to be sometime, oh yes, the War Table will announce it, will announce a lot of information on February the 16th, so in the next couple of weeks, we'll get a release date for your next-gen console version. Now, most people are just waiting for the DLC, Hawkeye DLC, that's supposed to drop the remainder of that. Because honestly, that game is dead, and without some new content, it's just going to continue to be dead. The hope is to revive that content. So if you've been looking for the DLC, or at least a release date for the DLC, or new updates to come, your best bet is to listen to the War Table event on February the 16th. I will listen to it, and if there are any breaking news or important news, I will certainly share them on my Twitter account, as well as announce them. If they're really important, I'll put them on the channel. But guys, that's the news I have for you guys on this particular Monday. Hope you guys have a great day. This is February the 1st. It's kind of crazy. We're already in February 2021. Insane. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day. Hope this video finds you well. And again, if you're new around here, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, because I do gaming content of all kinds, including reviews, opinion pieces, news updates, and of course gameplay all the time, Monday through Friday on this channel. So hit that notification bell and subscribe. It takes like 2 seconds and it's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. Come on, you can do it. Just click it right there. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget, if you're one of those people that is looking forward to Batman Enemy Within, we're going to do the remainder of episode 3 tomorrow. I'll have that up on the channel for you guys, and then of course we'll go forward from there. I'm still looking for a PS5. Still having trouble locking one down. Surprise, surprise. But as soon as we get that in there, in here, we'll have that for you as well. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you soon.